I'm Alex, Upworth's co-founder and CEO. Today I'd like to show to you how you can add any property in the world in Upworth in a few clicks. Let's get started. As usual, we are here on our main dashboard, and as usual on Upworth, to add something, it all starts with the plus account button right at the top. Let's go into real estate. Let's choose physical real estate. And here, all it takes to add a property is to enter an address in a search bar. And as you can see, we could literally choose something in Paris on the Champs-Élysées. Let's first choose something near Australia, in Sydney, actually, Maroubra to be more specific. I'm a Sydney-sider. And here we go. Very quick, as you can tell. And we are then presented with a form with 3 sections. Identification section, key characteristics, and cash flows. Let's get started at the top. In here, we can decide to give a name to our property to identify it in our profile later on. We can choose the type. It happens to be a residential house. We can categorize it. It's a primary residence in this case, but we could choose another type, such as investment property. If you choose primary residence, we will exclude the property from your rental yield metrics at the portfolio level. The next great feature in Upworth is you can link your property to a connected mortgage. And here, I have entered a mortgage before, and I will connect it because that's the mortgage linked to my house. What's beautiful with this is that we can give you much better insights in mortgage refinancing because we then know your LVR. We can give you all great metrics to track your property, including your debt side. Don't worry, if you haven't set up a mortgage yet, you'll be able to do it later on and to attach it to an existing property. Let's move on to the key characteristics. There are a few fields here. The first one is full purchase cost. This is basically all the cost you paid plus the price of the property. Think stamp duty, legal cost, buyer's agent fees. Let's say it was around 2 million in this case. As you can see here, AUD as a currency has already been selected. This is another great feature of Upworth. Based on the address, we select the right currency. If you were to add a property in Bali, Indonesia, for instance, we will automatically select the Indonesian rupiah, and we will automatically handle the exchange rate from rupiah to Australian dollar throughout time. Ownership pops up here, very useful. I have only half of the property. I can put 50%. Then we move to the property purchase price only. This is the price you paid to the seller without all the cost. Let's say it was around 1,870,000. Purchase date, it was, around that date in 2020. And wow, wait a minute, here, current estimated value, it already has a value. Well, that's another great feature of Upworth. When available for Australia-based residential properties, we automatically retrieve the latest value estimate. Here you can see it's about 2.6 mil. And we also retrieve a range between 2.3 to 2.9 in this case. If there is no value available, you'll be prompted to enter manually a value. What is more, if you decide this value doesn't suit you, you can decide to override it. Lately, what we've been implementing is that every month we are retrieving the latest value for you to track the value of your properties and your equity buildup. When you enter a value manually, we don't erase it. We only do so if the value we detect is higher than the one you entered. Finally, you see here a third section, the table of cash flows. I won't go into too much detail in this. It's also not necessary to fill this part to confirm the addition of your property. But you need to know it's there, and if you decide to fill it, you are able to handle any revenue or any cost associated to your property throughout its history. And that, in turn, allows you to build your entire P&L and a view of your complete net gains to date. But let's have the property. Property has been added to our Upworth profile. Let's see if it worked well. Let's have a look at the balance sheet on the right side here. In our assets, in the investment category. Yeah, you can see here 1.4 mil. If you remember, I entered 2.8 and I said it was 50%. 1.4 is the right one. And if we go into the track module, we should be able to see our property in the real estate double-click section as well. If we go here, all the way, that is the case. Primary residence, Garrett Street. Here we go. I hope you enjoyed this introductory video and you make the most of Upworth. Thank you.